Hey Spartans, this is Dash. Give you my prediction on tonight's matchup between David Lemieux and Marco Antonio Rubio. David Lemieux, fighter with 25 victories, 0 defeats, no draws, 24 knockouts. Very hard hitting, excellent technique. Russ Abner has done a fantastic job with this guy. His AMI record isn't that hot, but he's a slow starter and he's a hard banger. He can really punch. I haven't seen somebody punch uh, as hard as this guy since probably, to be honest with you, since Mike Tyson. Uh, David Lemieux really he really commits to his punch when he throws them, and I haven't seen that much steam in a punch since Tyson. I don't think he's as quick as Tyson and doesn't have the head movement that Tyson had in his prime, but he really does put a lot into his shots, and that's why he gets these guys out of there so quickly within 1 and 2 rounds. He'll be fighting Marco Antonio Rubio, a Mexican boxer puncher with really hard hands. This guy has a record of 49 wins with 5 losses, and I believe it's 40 knockouts. This guy can hit with both hands. He has a great left hook, a great uppercut, and that's going to play a big part in this matchup tonight. So watch out for it. Keys for Lemieux to win. He really needs to wait for Rubio to come out and throw. He can't just charge into Rubio because Rubio, um, he does have pretty good hands and good head movement. He fights very tall and he's awkward and with his feints and his movement. Um, so David can't really do what he usually does when he has a warm body in front of him. When they put these guys like Del Rey Reigns in front of him or McCrary in front of him, where they're just sitting there waiting for David Lemieux to hit him. Um, he can't just charge in with a double jab and then start pounding the body and upstairs because Marco Antonio Rubio will fight back and will land some shots on David Lemieux. David Lemieux has a couple of bad habits that I've seen um, where he and this is how he gets some of his guys out too by throwing shots like this. But he doubles and triples up on his left hook, and he he'll go down to the body with the left hook, come back up with a left uppercut, and then finish off with a left hook to the head. Um, but the problem with that is that while he's doing all this, his right hand is coming down to his torso area, and he's standing in front of these guys throwing these shots, and these guys are just covering up and not throwing back. Rubio's not going to do that. Rubio's going to counter him, and if Rubio counters him, you may see David Lemieux's chin tested tonight. So I really think that if Lemieux can't get Rubio out of there in 6 or 7 rounds, then we're going to have it's going to be a long night for Lemieux. Um, then again, his chin is unknown. One thing that I noticed in the Del Rey Reigns fight was that exactly what I'm talking about with the hook and the uppercut. After pounding Reigns to the body, he came back with a left hook to the head, and as he was throwing it, Del Rey Reigns threw a combo. He threw a right uppercut and a left hook, and both landed, and they kind of stunned him. They kind of stunned Lemieux, and so this is something that right after that, after him getting stunned, he came back and did knock Del Rey Reigns out. But when you have somebody with the experience and the power of Rubio in front of you, you can't just let your hands down like that because you're going to get caught. This is going to be either a coming out party for Lemieux or it's going to be the end of Lemieux's career as a hype job. We'll see what happens. I think that if we don't see Lemieux getting Rubio out of there in 5, then he's going to be in trouble. So my gut feeling says that Rubio by KO, but Lemieux has such great technique that I'm gonna reserve on giving a prediction. And I'm going to bet on the fight, but I'm going to straddle the fight. I'm going to bet on either, on the under, where the fight's going to finish before the seventh round. Um, and I'm also going to put some money on Rubio by KO. By straddling, I minimize my risks. If Lemieux or Rubio get knocked out under 7 rounds and a half, then um, I'll I'll make 50 bucks on the under. Um, if Rubio loses, then obviously I lose the 50 bucks that I put on him, but I break even. If Rubio wins by KO, no matter what round it is, or if he just plain out flat out wins, then I'll make 400 bucks minus the 50 that I put on the under if it's over 7 rounds. So I'll make between 400, between 350 and 400. So um, it's going to be a great fight. I'm really excited about this fight. I think J-Ram's going to be over there taking some bids and picks. Hopefully he'll post them in the site as soon as possible. And it's going to be on KTFO. I'll have it on tonight. And also by tomorrow I'll put my prediction for tomorrow's fights. But I have a gut feeling that Rubio is gonna get an upset on this fight today. So watch out for it, guys.